Lions coming off an 8-2 season last year, 6-2 in the conference, tied for first place in the Mountain Division. Delta State coming in with after a 10-2 record last year. They were 7-1 in the Gulf South Conference and the conference champions there. Todd Cooley for Delta State, 9th-year head coach. Coach of the Mars Hill Lions, Tim Clifton, in his 31st year at the helm. Lions will receive the kickoff to begin the game. Nick Herber set to kick off for the Statesman. And the kick is away, and the 2024 season is underway. Lions will field it in the end zone. Come out to start their first series on offense. J.R. Martin takes the snap, and he'll run for it. Come forward a few yards, pickup of about 7 on the play.
J.R. Martin, all the carry, pull them out wide. Good chance, be sure to come higher concession area. We have Bojangle sandwiches, we have foot-long hot dogs, French popcorn, a variety of candies, set by good folks over at Tiggity Donuts. They're over by the Pepsi trailer. Get something to drink and have a really good dessert. The pass is complete to Malik.
Lions with the first down, complete pass. That'll move the chains.
Pull them out wide as they work their way down to the 43-yard line. First down at 10, Mount Lions.
43-yard line to spot for the Lions. Short pass to the far side. Short gain, if any, before he was forced out of bounds. Pickup of 1, 2nd and 9 for the Lions. Malik Laurent wide to the near side. Martin in the shotgun, gets the pass away, but it's overthrown. That'll bring up a 3rd down for Mars Hill.
3rd down and 9, Mars Hill.
Martin scrambling. He'll take a hit after a pickup of about 1. That'll bring up 4th down, and we'll bring on the Lion punt team.
As he corrals Martin at the 46-yard line, that will bring up, so they'll spot that at the 45. That will bring up 4th down, Mars Hill. deep for State.
Lions punt is away. Statesman called for a fair catch, and they'll take it at the 20-yard line. And that's where Delta State will begin their first series.
They will begin their first possession of the evening. First down 10 from the 21-yard line. From the quarterback keeper, loss of 1 yard on the play. Second down.
Lions drop the Statesman for a 1-yard loss.
Ezekiel Brown on the stop.
Pass play on second down and a few yards forward for Delta State. Pickup about 4. Brings up third down for the Statesman. Long incomplete pass, but likely that is coming back. The Lions looked like they were offside.
Flag on the play. Offside, 99, defense, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Penalty called on Boris Lewis, but several of the Lions on the wrong side of the line. 5-yard penalty, remains third down. Third and about 2 for the Statesman. Pass to the near side. Bounces off one defender. Finally ran out of bounds after a first down pickup. Flags come flying in at the end of the play. Tristan Rankin made the initial hit, lost his helmet in the process.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, 0. Martell, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Lions call for a late hit on the tackle out of bounds. Penalty takes the ball to the 45-yard line. First down off the play, but an automatic first down off the penalty as well. 1st and 10 for Delta State. Pass across the middle is incomplete. Lavelle Williams with the hit. Knocked the ball loose. That'll bring up second down for the Statesman.
Second down, 10 yards to go from the 45 on the Mount Lions.
Second down play. Short pass. Eludes one tackler and picks up the first down. Kelvin Smith for the Statesman.
From Columbus, Mississippi, he picks up first down yardage and more. That will move State down to the 33-yard line.
33-yard line. To the air again, looking deep and just overthrown. Ball intended for Jalen Green. 2nd and 10 now for Delta State. Statesman continue to work out of the shotgun. Quick pass to the near side. Bobbled and incomplete. Intended for Jalen May.
Third down and 10.
Brings up another third down for the Statesmen. Pass is intercepted by the Lions. And returned to the 35-yard line. Spot actually marked at the 34. That's where the Lions will start their second offensive series. Handoff straight ahead. First down yardage and a couple more. Looks like a pickup of about 12 yards on the play.
They're down to the 46-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10, Mars Hill at the 46.
Halsey making the stop.
Ball bobbled around, nearly intercepted, then nearly picked up by the Lions, and finally looks like it was actually complete. For a first down. I didn't see who got that. Regardless, it's another first down for Mars Hill. Handoff straight ahead. John Gillette forward for a pickup of about 4 or 5. We'll call it 5, 2nd and 5 for the Lions from the 36-yard line. Again, handoff to Gillette, and again, moving forward for a nice pickup. That one good enough to pick up the first down. Lions continue moving the chains. First down now from the 28.
First down at 10 from the 28-yard line of State.
Quarterback J.R. Martin with Gillette in the backfield with him. Steps forward, and he'll be dropped near the original line of scrimmage. Might have lost about a half yard on that one.
J.R. Martin.
Or check that, might have picked up about a half yard.
Second down and 11.
So they did get him before the line of scrimmage. Second and 11 for Mars Hill on the 29-yard line. Handoff goes for not much. He'll reach forward.
Riggins, the ball carrier.
Wilkes Riggins, senior out of Evans, Georgia, on that play. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. That brings up third down and 10, Mars Hill. change up the format here. Direct snap and now back to Martin. Long pass to the end zone. And we have an injured Delta State player. Here's that pass was incomplete, just out of bounds, just out of the end zone. And we'll take a pause here while they tend to the injured player on the sideline.
Time out on the field. Media.
Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains.
Back at Mears Stadium, where the Lions are hosting the Statesmen of Delta State University. Back after a timeout for an injured player on the Delta State team. 4th down for the Lions. 10 to go, and at this field position, they will go for it. J.R. Martin looks to pass. Ball is away, but picked off. And the net result will be about 1 yard from where the Lions threw the ball to now where Delta State will take over. About 8.5 minutes gone in the first quarter, still scoreless. Mars Hill versus the number 18 team in Division II in the preseason poll, Delta State Statesmen. Delta State with a handoff straight ahead. Looks like they may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Pump fake and then a attempted short screen and not held onto by the Delta State player. That'll bring up 3rd down now quickly for Delta State. 3rd and 10, still at the 25-yard line. Delta State looks deep, passes away, and is overthrown. And that brings up 4th down for the Statesmen. Punting team will come on. Lions will send the punt return team out. Away, we'll hit it about the 35 and roll forward. Take a Delta State bounce, and they will down it at about the 27-yard line. And that's where the Lions will begin 1st and 10 for this drive. 5:48 to go, first quarter of action from Mears Stadium. opening game of the 2024 football season for Mars Hill. Martin hands off to Gillette. He'll come forward for first down, just in front of the Lion bench at about the 39-yard line.
Down to the 39-yard line.
J.R. Martin keeps it dropped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose about a yard on that one. Yard and a half. They'll call it 2nd and 12 from the 37.5-yard line. Martin in the shotgun with Gillette with him. Handoff straight ahead. Gillette picks his way through, keeps his feet moving, and he'll pick up about 6 or 7 yards on that play.
He carries to the 46-yard line.
Third down, 3 to go for Mars Hill from the 46-yard line. Martin looks to pass. Now he'll run, dodges one defender, and falls forward for about 2 yards, close to the first down, and it looks like they will say he got across the line. So first down pickup for J.R. Martin. The Lions move the chains, keep the drive alive. David Hargrove wide to the near side. Gillette will throw to him as he cuts across the middle. Good defense by the Statesman to knock that ball away. That'll bring up second down for Mars Hill.
David Hargrove, incomplete, second down 10.
Lions get the call from the sideline. They'll set now Gillette still in the backfield with Martin. And they'll fake the handoff straight ahead, and J.R. Martin will follow Gillette for a pickup of about 4 yards. Lions to the 46-yard line now. Across midfield, third down. 3rd and 5, 2.5 minutes to go, first quarter of action. Good crowd in Mears Stadium for opening game of the season, Thursday night football for the Lions. Martin dodges a couple of defenders and just throws it out of bounds. No one open. Good defense on the Statesman's part. And that will bring up 4th down and will bring the Lion punt team onto the field. Hunter Bridges, the punter, senior out of Bamberg, South Carolina. Punt is away. Good hang time on that one. It will be fielded and muffed and then goes out of bounds.
There is a penalty marker on the play.
Penalty marker on the play. We'll see if we can hear from the field what the call is.
After the play, personal foul, lay hit, 86 of Mars Hill. 15 yards will be added to the 20-yard line. First down.
Late hit called against the Lions. Second late hit penalty against Mars Hill this evening. With a penalty, the ball will come out to the 35-yard line. Delta State will start 1st and 10 there. Coach Clifton, as might be expected, expressing his thoughts to one of the officials. Delta State out of the shotgun. They'll hand off straight ahead and a nice run. Kelvin Smith finally brought down at about the 17-yard line. Huge pickup for the Statesman. Delta State knocking on the door. We're under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. They come quickly to the line. Again, a handoff to Smith, and he'll pick up another few yards. Call it 5. That'll be 2nd down and 5. Ball's on the 15-yard line. Delta State 2nd down play. They'll go to the air. It's complete. Nice tackle from the Lions, although a penalty flag comes in and the tackle might not have been so nice. From here, it looked like it might have been a horse collar, but I couldn't tell for sure.
Holding, number 1. 10-yard penalty.
Much better call for the Lions. That actually goes against Delta State. Holding, and we'll push them back to the 24-yard line. Clock winding down in the first quarter. We're at about 45 seconds to go. Delta State looking to the air, passes up, and it's incomplete in the end zone. Looked like one of the Lion defenders might have gotten a hand on that one. Clock stops now with 37 seconds to go. 3rd down for Delta State. Statesman 3rd and 14. Quarterback straight ahead. Going to be met by a couple of Lion defenders. Brought down well short of the first down line. Clock continues to roll. 4th down. Delta State to attempt the field goal. senior Nick Herber, and they'll just let the clock run down in the first quarter. And at the end of one, Lions 0, Statesman 0.
We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina. We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.
I just
Second quarter about to get underway as Herber gets ready to make the field goal attempt for Delta State. Kick is up. And it's good, and the Statesman on the board to break the tie. 3-0 Delta State, 14:55 to go in the first half.
14:55, quarter number 2. State on the board first.
Thank you. No score in that first quarter of action. Both teams fairly well matched. Mars Hill was 6 rushing yards net, 5 for Delta State. Sorry, 5. I don't think I'm reading those stats right, so I'll quit trying to read that part, and we'll just say that we're in our first game of the season for the Lions. A few weeks break before the next game, but it is another home game. We'll get to Saturday afternoon action, September 21st, as the Lions host the Bears of Lenore-Rhyne. 1 o'clock the start time for that ball game. Then a couple of games on the road at Wingate and at Newberry before returning home for Carson Newman on October 12th and Tusculum homecoming on October the 19th. So after the field goal, Delta State will kick off to Mars Hill. Just underway in the second quarter of action from Mears Stadium. Herber's kick is away. Fielded by the Lions at the line of scrimmage, and a nice return up past the 30-yard line.
John Baptiste on the return for the Mount Lions as they will begin this drive. First down and 10, operating from the 31-yard line.
Lions will start this drive first and 10 from the 31. Isaiah Jean-Baptiste with the return to set them up in that position. Collette straight ahead, pickup of about 3.
Up the middle. Devin Squires making the stop.
Second down, 7 to go for Mars Hill. Tara Martin on the keeper. He will slide after picking up the first down and crossing the 45-yard line. So he started that slide before the 45 so they'll spot it at the 42. First down and 10, Lions.
The 10 Marty Seal from the 42-yard line.
Martin looks to pass. Continues to scramble, looks to the near sideline, overthrows to the Lion bench. The incomplete pass will bring up second down. If you're just joining us, 3-0 Delta State over Mars Hill, opening game of the 2024 season. Scoreless first quarter. Delta State scored on the first play of the second quarter as they kicked the field goal. Lions now on their first possession following that score, and they're at the 42-yard line. Fake the handoff to Gillette. Pass complete to David Hargrove. He'll drag a defender with him, pick up a couple of yards. Say a pick up of 3, third down, 7 to go for Mars Hill. Martin looks to the sidelines for the call from the Lion coaching staff. Pass to Gillette is good. Pickup of a first down and more. Gillette finally tackled it about the 40-yard line after crossing midfield. They'll spot it at the 41. First down and 10 for Mars Hill.
First down and 10, Mars Hill from the 41.
J.R. Martin's pass knocked away some good defense on the part of the Statesman that time. Second down, Mars Hill. 12.5 minutes to go, first half of action. Delta State 3, Mars Hill 0. Martin dropped for a loss, looking for a flag as he was hit in the back of the head by one of the Delta State defenders well after the play was over, but no flags thrown.
Down Martinsville from the 45-yard line.
Loss of 3. They call it loss of 4, third and 14 for Mars Hill. Martin steps forward. He'll get back close to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up fourth down for the Lions.
Fourth down from the 43-yard line will be fourth down and 12.
Lions to punt the ball. Hunter Bridges on. High punt. Delta State calls for the fair catch. Lions down the ball at about the 5-yard line. So that's where Delta State will begin.
time, the Martin University Spirit Team performance.
No gain for Delta State on that first play. 2nd and 10 now.
No gain on the play. 2nd down, 10 for the safety.
Delta State looking to pass. Ball is away and thrown over the defender's head, out of bounds. That'll bring it 3rd down and 10 from the 5-yard line. Good defense from the Lions. Delta State attempting to draw the Lions offside. That didn't work. As it turned out, they drew themselves into a penalty. False start on the Statesman. Two-and-a-half-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal. Remains 3rd down. Passing from the end zone, or attempting to. He gets out of the end zone. Some room to run. And will pick up the 1st down. Lions finally bring him down at about the 21-yard line. 22. Delta State up quickly to the line. Try to build on that momentum. Handoff. Not much there, but he manages to fall forward for a few yards. Hit in the backfield. Whistles blow as the Statesmen try to get that play off.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Another false start against Delta State. Penalty takes them back close to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9. Under 10 minutes to go now in the first half of action. Statesman look to pass. Comes to the near side. And flags come in. Looks like that will most likely be offensive pass interference. Delta State player looked like he was beaten on the play and keeping the Mars Hill defender from making the interception.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 19. Half the distance to the goal. 2nd down. Penalty is declined. It'll be 3rd down.
The Lions decline the penalty. take the loss of down. Third down, Delta State, 9 to go. 9:24 to go in the second quarter. Statesman with a short pass. And the Lions stopped that pass back at the line of scrimmage, so fourth down, Statesman, and they will punt the ball away. Nick Herber in for the punt. Officially 4th and 14 for Delta State. Lions call for the fair catch, and they'll take it at the 35-yard line. That's where Mars Hill will begin this next drive. Spotted at the 36.
Marker down at the 24.
Lions fans, if you're looking for some Mars Hill action this weekend, you happen to be in the upstate of South Carolina, women's soccer playing at Southern Wesleyan, head on over to Central and support them. 1 o'clock is the game time for that. Men's soccer also on the road. They'll be at Belmont Abbey, 7 o'clock Saturday evening.
Time out on the field, media.
.40 to go, and we have a timeout on the field. Stadium, Judd and Joellen Ammons Family Athletic Center. Lions with the ball, handoff straight ahead. Pickup of a couple of yards on that first down play. 8.5 minutes to go, first half of action. Lions trail by 3 to Delta State. Delta State coming into this game, number 14 in Division II in the preseason poll. Lions will take on another ranked team in their next ball game, Lenore-Rhine, ranked number 11 in the preseason. They'll be in town on the 21st of September, Lions' next home game. Martin dropped in the backfield. Big defensive play from the Statesman. Loss of about 6 on the play.
Third down, Lions Hill from the 30.
Actually, possibly a little more than that. Third down, 16. First game of the season for both of these teams. J.R. Martin back in the shotgun. lets the ball fly. Intended for Isaiah John Baptiste. Lion bench looking for a flag on the play. They did not get a call. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Lions will have to punt the ball away. Hunter Bridges on the field for Mars Hill. Delta State receiver setting up at about his 30-yard line. Kick is away. And it is caught, and immediately he's dropped. If I saw the number correctly, Julius Benjamin on that play. Delta State will be on the 22-yard line to begin the drive. 1st and 10, 7:07 to go, first half of action. Quick pass behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense is there for Mars Hill. Will be dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Safety.
Delta State quarterback keeps it himself. Goes forward for maybe about 3 yards. Not much there. Lion defense swarmed in on him.
Morris Lewis in on the stop.
They'll call it a pickup of 3, 3rd and 7. One of the Lion defenders lost a helmet on the play. He'll have to come off to the side. Lions get the substitution in. Delta State pass across the middle is caught in stride. Nice play there. Lion defense right on him, but not able to stop the pass. And he'll be across midfield at the 45-yard line. But there is a penalty marker on the play.
35.
Appears to be against Mars Hill.
Holding. Defense, number 9. Penalty is McCoy, fire. Result of the play, 1st down.
Couldn't quite make out what he said, but it appears that Delta State declined the penalty, took the result of the play, which gives them a 1st down at the 45.
The pass, it is completed to...
There's a long completion from the Statesman.
That is a 1st down.
Cole Kirk hitting his receivers this evening.
And they continue their drive.
1st down pickup.
On the Mars Hill
18-yard line. First and 10, Statesman. Delta State straight ahead, breaks a couple of tackles, finally brought down by the Lions inside the 5-yard line.
The ball carrier.
So Delta State knocking on the door.
1st and goal from the 2.
Pass to the end zone. Good defense by Mars Hill to knock that ball away. Second down, Statesman. Up by 3 late in the first half, looking to extend that lead. Kirk hands off straight ahead. And he is in. Delta State at the moment, 9-0. They'll attempt the extra point. Kick is good. That'll give Delta State a 10-0 lead. 5:12 to go in the first half from Mars Hill.
Did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill is very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies. Education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
I just did not have.
We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.
Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains.
Mears Stadium, Lions ready to receive the kickoff from Delta State after the Statesmen scored a touchdown, put them up 10-0. 5:12 to go, first half of action, first game of the 2024 season. Lions field the ball at about the 7-yard line. Nice return back up to the 35.
J.J. Hudson on the stop. Isaiah Jean-Baptiste on the return for the Mount Lions. First down and 10, Mars Hill, as they begin this drive from the 34-yard line.
Isaiah Jean-Baptiste with that kickoff reception. 5'10" sophomore out of Davenport, Florida. Lions now on the 34 to start this drive. J.R. Martin, quarterback. Handoff goes not much of anywhere, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage.
Carter and Washington on the stop. They'll give him 1 yard on the play. Second down 9.
Martin looks to pass, scrambling back, being pursued by the Statesman. Avoids a couple of tackles and finally gets the ball away, and pass is incomplete. Almost a miracle play for the Lions, as Martin avoided a couple of tackles deep in the backfield. Lion receiver just couldn't hold on to the ball. But they did avoid the loss. 3rd and 9. Lions on the 35-yard line. Martin across the middle. Pass complete to Bo DeBerry. And he'll pick up the first down. DeBerry, a senior out of Grayson, Georgia. They're going to say he was just short. Coach Clifton talking to the officials on the spot on that one.
Delta State is challenging the spot on the field. Previous play is under further review.
So the play is under review. Delta State, as you heard the official say, challenging the spot. Where it's placed, from our vantage point, looks to be good for a first down. We'll take a quick break while they sort that out. Come right back on the Lion Sports Network.
Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill.
We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina. We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.
A lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill is very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies. Education that
After review, call on the field stands. First down for the Lions on that Bo DeBerry catch. That moves the chains. Lions will be at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Under 4 minutes to play. First half of action, Lions down 10-0 to number 14, Delta State. First game of the 2024 season. Special Thursday night edition of Lion football. Jerry Morton's pass is complete. Good for a pickup of about 6 or 7. David Hargrove, sophomore with that reception. They'll mark him just over the 50-yard line at about the 49. 2nd and 3, Mars Hill. J.R. Martin again to the air. Wide open. had room to run, but was right on the sideline, couldn't keep it in bounds. It is good for a first down, though, for the Lions. That'll move them to the 35-yard line. Or just past, they'll mark it at the 34. First and 10, Mars Hill. 2:51 to go first half. Lions trail 10-0, but pretty successful drive right now. Almost another nice pickup, but receiver could not hold on to that one. Incompletion will stop the clock. Bring us to second down. Substitution for the Lions. Gillette comes off. Pass complete, I believe, to Lewis, Edward Lewis. If I could read the numbers properly, he'll come back off the field, back to, Gillette back in.
Wyndham in on the stop. Hold it. 80, offense. 10 yards from the start of the foul. Replay second down.
Penalty against Mars Hill. We'll move that back. Second down, 13 to go. Just under 2.5 minutes to go first half. Martin scrambling. Now he's going to turn it upfield, run it himself. Steps out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 2:11 to go. Lions looking to get on the board in the closing couple of minutes of this first half. Scoreless first quarter. Delta State scored on the first play of the second quarter as they connected on a field goal and later added a touchdown. That gives us our current score of 10-0 Delta State. And looks like we've got a timeout on the field. We'll come back in just a minute from Mir Stadium.
University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University.
We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.
Mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
I just did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill is very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies. Education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
I just...
Minutes on the clock. That's what's left in the first half of action. Lions with the ball, 3rd and 10. Tara Martin will step up, run the ball, pickup of about 4.5 or 5. There is a flag on the play, though. So it might be a hold on the Lions.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. 58. Offense. 15-yard penalty. Third down.
So hands to the face against the Lions. Personal foul penalty will back them up to about the 49-yard line. 3rd and 25 for Mars Hill. Clock running now at 1:45 to go, first half of action. Opening game of the season under the lights for Mars Hill. Martin looking to pass. Pass is complete. Short gain, if any, on that.
Timeout. Delta State. Second charge timeout and a half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Delta State takes their second timeout of the half. 1:30 to go. Statesman up 10-0 over Mars Hill. Opening game of the season for both of these teams. Delta State coming in and ranked number 18 in the country in Division II. After tonight, Lions get a few weeks off, and then our next ball game is back here at Mears Stadium, September 21st against Lenore-Rhyne. Will open South Atlantic Conference play. All conference from there on out. A couple of games on the road. Following that, Wingate and Newberry. Home for Carson Newman on October 12th. Home for Tusculum on October 19th. That'll be homecoming. 2:30 start for that one. On the road at UVA Wise. Back home for Emory and Henry. That'll complete the home season. 2 more games to close out the regular season. November 9th at Anderson. Anderson's first year as a football school. And November 16th at Catawba. Lions on 4th down. Will punt the ball away. Delta State had called that timeout. Preserve some time. Attempt to get some more points on the board. High punt will go out of bounds around the 20 or so.
Will begin this drive of the 17-yard line. Don't forget,
17 will be the spot.
Clear the field.
7 seconds off the clock on that kick. 1:23 to go. First half of action. Delta State 10, Mars Hill 0. Delta State passes low, incomplete. Receiver a little shaken up on the play. And they will call for assistance from the sidelines. Check on him. Gets to his feet with assistance of one of his teammates, and he'll walk off under his own power. 1:17 to go. First half of action. Delta State starting deep in their territory on this drive from the 17. That's where they are still at this point after that incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now. Pass to the near side. Lions on it. Looks like they will pick up the first down.
Complete to Jalen Green. Holt on the stop.
right at 10 yards on that play. They're at the 27-yard line. Statesman pass across the middle is complete. Nice defense from the Lions, Lavelle Williams, but unable to stop that pass. Well executed play by the Statesman. Again to the air. This time incomplete. Ball knocked out by Williams. Second down 10, under a minute to play, 55 seconds in the first half. Delta State at the 48-yard line. Quarterback Cole Kirk will run forward. Gets about to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little pass before he's knocked back. It looks like they will spot him with that 1-yard gain. That'll bring up a 3rd and 9. Lion defense responded quickly there. It's Delta State switched things up a little bit. They've been going to the air. Turn to the run, and now they'll take a timeout, and we'll take a quick timeout too. Be right back on the Lion Sports Network.
Helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains.
We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.
As we come back to action, the Lions pick off the pass. Tristan Rankin with that interception. That'll give the Lions another shot with 40.5 seconds to go, first half of action. Good way to stop a Delta State drive that was making some progress. Now see if the Lions can capitalize on that. Get some points on the board before they go into the locker room for halftime. 10-0 Delta State right now. Delta State scoring twice in this quarter on a field goal and then a touchdown, an extra point. J.R. Martin's pass is complete. First down yardage. Out to about the 46, 45-yard line. First and 10 Lions, 36 seconds first half. J.R. Martin's pass to Malik Laurent is good. Another first down for the Lions. And the Lions will take a timeout, and we'll take a quick break and be right back at your stadium.
We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina. We don't always agree who to pull for on game.
Lions off the interception, putting together a nice drive here to try and close out the first half with a score. 31 seconds to go. The Lions down 10-0 to the Delta State Statesmen. After the interception, Lions have completed 2 first down passes. Now 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. Martin, the quarterback. I don't believe that was intended to go that way, but a nice play for the Lions. Ball off of one defender into the hands of another. Whether intentional or not, very nice play for the Lions. And just a pickup of another first down. Pickup of about 15 on that. Lions now on the 19-yard line. 25.7 seconds to go in the first half. Martin looks to the air. Nothing there, so he throws it out of bounds. Stop the clock with just under 20 seconds to go. Seconds if you're counting at home. Martin gets the call from the coaching staff on the sideline. John Collette in the backfield with him. Martin will look to throw, scrambling. Ball is away. Lions iron blocked in my position, but it looks like they scored a touchdown. I didn't see who caught that. We'll see if public press announcer Stuart Jolly can be heard over the crowd microphone here. Make something big off of that interception. Score the touchdown, and the extra point brings them within 3. Lions trail now just 10-7 against number 14 Delta State. To kick off for the Lions. Kick will go out of bounds, so keep it away from the Delta State returners. Not take any chances there. And no time off the clock. 12.3 seconds left to go. First half of action from Mears Stadium in the Judd and Joellen Ammons Family Athletic Center.
5-yard penalty, free kick.
With the out-of-bounds kick, Lions will have to kick again after a 5-yard penalty. Once again. This one will stay inbounds. Left by the kicker, the receiver rather, but he picks it up. Turns the corner, pretty good pickup, but time running off the clock, 5.9 seconds to go. The Lions will drop several defenders deep, protect against
First down and 10 State.
Any kind of a long play.
As they begin this drive from the 37-yard line.
37-yard line, the starting point for the Statesmen. The last few seconds of the first half, and it looks like Delta State will take a knee, and we will go to the half with the score. Delta State, Statesmen 10, Mars Hill Mountain Lions 7. Here on the Lions Sports Network, opening game of the 2024 football season.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Mars Hill University Spirit Team.
Back at Mars Hill University Mears Stadium. Opening night of the season for Lion football. Mars Hill hosting Delta State. Trailing 10-3 after the first half. Lions with a nice drive to close out the first half of action to get on the board. All the points in this ballgame coming in that second quarter of action. Delta State with a field goal, then a touchdown. Lions capitalizing on a reception late in the second quarter, putting 7 points on the board. First game of the season. Next game is also at home. That's on September 21st. So Lions take a few weeks of a break here early in the season on the schedule, and then come back on the 21st hosting Lenore-Rhine. Starting the season with two nationally ranked teams. Delta State ranked number 14, Lenore-Rhine number 11. And as we're underway, the Lions kick off. Delta State with a nice return here. Tamaj Hoffman brings the ball out for the Statesman to about the 35-yard line. Lions in the first half rushed 20 times for 71 yards. Delta State 13 rushes for 100 yards. First and 10 now, and they will rush for the 14th time. Little to no gain on that.
Here's the ball carrier. No gain on the play. Second down.
Lions through the air in the first half, outdistancing the Statesmen. Lions with 137 passing yards, only 110 for Delta State. That pass from the Statesman complete and good for a first down. Delta State now across midfield, the 49-yard line. Handoff goes to Kelvin Smith, and he is brought down for a loss. There is a flag on the play, though.
Holding. 87. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
10-yard holding penalty against Delta State. Tyson Gray called for that. So second and 20 now for the Statesmen. Back now to the 41-yard line. Just over a minute underway in the second half. Pass complete across the middle. And that'll be good for a first down. Jalen May with the reception for Delta State. That'll move the chains. And Delta State will go to the ground on that first down play. Pickup of about 3.
Reed and Morrison the tackle.
Handoff to Smith, comes toward the Lion sideline. He's stopped after a couple of yards.
Third down from the 33-yard line. The mark begins.
3rd and 5.
28.
Colkirk's pass complete. And another first down for Delta State.
Tyson Gray,
With the exception of that holding call, Statesman putting together a good drive here to start the second half. Kirk with Smith in the backfield, and Kirk will take it himself on the ground, and a nice pickup as he will get down to about the 5-yard line. And the Lions have an injured player on the defensive unit. Athletic training staff out to take a look at him. And a second Lion player down. Other trainers immediately checking on him, and the Delta State team will gather together and talk things over about this little break in action. 11:56 to go in the third quarter. We're just underway in the second half. Opening game of the 2024 season from Mears Stadium in the Judd and Joellen Ammons Family Athletic Center at Mars Hill University. Opening under the lights as we have for a couple of years with Thursday night ball games. Lions, though, with a couple of break in schedule here early on, and will take a few weeks off before they come back for their next game, which is here at home against Lenore Ryan on September 21st. Back to action now. Kirk will hand the ball off to Smith. Kelvin Smith will go straight ahead.
Kelvin Smith on the carry. Pearson on the stop for Marysville.
Smith again with a carry, and again brought down by the Lions.
Kirk on the quarterback keeper.
Check that. That was Kirk that time. The quarterback kept it himself.
From the 7-yard line.
Third down for the Statesmen. They'll go to the air and just off the fingertips. Incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And Delta State will set up for a field goal attempt. Nick Herber 1 for 1 on field goals this evening, and 1 for 1 on extra points. This kick is up, and it's good, and that puts Delta State up 13-7.
Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill.
So my aging eyes failed me on that last play. That pass actually was complete for a touchdown for Delta State. So with that score, Delta State now up 17-7 over the Lions. 10.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lions will prepare to receive the kickoff. will bounce through the end zone. The Lions will prepare to start this next drive. Lion fans, parents, and alumni, mark October 19th on your calendar for homecoming. Lions hosting Tusculum. Lots of activities going on, several reunions for class years. Women's basketball also having a reunion at homecoming this year. All the details on the Mars Hill University website. Go to mhu.edu/homecoming or go to the main website and follow the alumni links to homecoming and information about reunions, the 5K race, Alumni and Friends Golf Tournament, all of those activities for homecoming coming up the weekend. It leads into October 19th as we'll host Tusculum, 2:30 game time. Lions' first play of this drive, incomplete pass. That'll bring up second down on the 25-yard line. Trailing now 17-7 to Delta State. Statesman coming into the game ranked number 14 in Division II. Barton's pass just off the fingertips of the intended receiver. That'll bring up third down for the Lions. First down pass complete for the Lions.
First down at 10 Myersville from the 38 as they continue their drive.
So Lions move the chains. First and 10 now from the 36-yard line. Hand off to Gillette. He'll pick up a couple of yards.
Taylor in on the stop.
They'll give him 3 on that carry.
Second down, Myersville for the 49.
Second and 7 now. Martin flushed out of the pocket. He'll take it himself on the ground, slide down, and hit after he slid. And a flag on the play, and that likely will go against Delta State. Martin slid short of the first down line, but penalty would put them over.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, 36, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So the 15-yard personal foul penalty give the Lions first down across midfield. On the 40-yard line. .840 to go, third quarter. Martin looks to pass, gets some pressure, rolls out. And just before he goes out of bounds, attempts to make the pass. It's incomplete. Or they're going to say he may have stepped out. So it looks like he stepped out before getting that ball off. Second and 12. Martin saw something he didn't like, calls a timeout. So the Lions will take a timeout, and we'll take a brief timeout too. Come back with more Mars Hill football on the Lions Sports Network.
Did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill's very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies. Education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Back at Mears Stadium, Lions ready to go after that timeout.
The ball carrier. Down to the 35-yard line. Third down.
Lions pick up 7 on that. Third down, 5 to go. Martin will keep it himself. Pick up a couple before he's brought down by a couple of Delta State defenders.
J.R. Martin stopped at the 33-yard line. Fourth down and 3.
4th and 3 for the Lions. At this point, part of the field looks like Coach Clifton will go for it. Got that back in the backfield with Martin. Martin's pass quickly over the middle, good for the first down. So the Lions get the first down. That'll put them on the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Martin will look to pass. Across the middle to DeBerry. It's good. Go DeBerry. Pickup of about 9 on that catch and run. And we have a Lion injured on the play. And with that, there's a timeout on the field. And looks like it is an official timeout. So we'll take a break and come back in just a minute on the Lions Sports Network.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60.
That was Bo DeBerry that was shaken up on that play. Comes off the field under his own power. 2nd and 1 from the 20. Martin will take it himself, spin around, pick up the first down and a few more yards. Moving the chains for Mars Hill. Will be spotted at about the 14-yard line.
From the 14.
Martin looks to pass, tucks it back in, go forward, pick up a couple. See where they spotted. He got hit about the line of scrimmage. May not have gotten much more than that.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Martin to Gillette. Pass is complete. Again, no gain. Might have lost a little bit on that one. Against the far sideline. Down to 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
3rd down and 11.
Delta State 17, Mars Hill 7. Handoff, Gillette goes straight ahead.
Gillette, the ball carrier. That brings up 4th down. He picks up 2 on the ball.
Picks up a couple on that. Bring them back in positive territory, but still a long way to go. 4th and 9. And Tichy on for a field goal attempt. Kick is up. And it's good. And the Lions will add 3 more. That'll make it 17-10, 2:52 to go, 3rd quarter of action. Back with more in a minute on the Lions Sports Network.
Courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University, helping you.
But we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina. We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.
Home next week against Missouri in 6 p.m. scheduled kickoff. Next home game for the Mountain Lions, September 21st against the Bears of Lenore for Southwest Conference game of the season.
Back at Mears Stadium, Lions opening the 2024 season under the lights. Mars Hill preparing to kick the ball off after that field goal by Lon Tichy. Lions trail 17-10, 2:52 to go, 3rd quarter of action to Delta State. Kick is away, fielded about the 5. Lions with good pursuit, and they're bringing down after only about a 7 or 8 yard gain. Nice pursuit from Lions special teams, and Delta State will get ready to start this next series on their 15-yard line. We're just shy of it. Handoff for the Statesman. Gets to the far sideline and picks up first down yardage and a lot more. If you're just joining us, first quarter was scoreless. Second quarter, Lions scored 7. Statesman scored 10. Lions coming up near the end of the first half with their 7. And thus far in this third quarter, Delta State has scored a touchdown, Lions have scored a field goal, and Delta State has just put together another first down pass. It takes them into Lion territory at about the 39.5 yard line. Just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, 2:14 to be precise. Delta State back to the line. Quarterback Cole Kirk will follow his running back, but not get much. Lion defense is there. They stop him at about the line of scrimmage, push him back. They'll likely be marked where forward progress was. Gain, 2nd and 10. Fakes the pass to the near side, turns it back around to the far side, and that pass is complete with some more, and a flag on the far side. 2 flags on the play. We'll see if we can hear the referee for the call on those.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 27, defense, participating in the play without a helmet. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Unsportsmanlike call on the Lions. Penalty yardage will push Delta State further down, and they'll set up in good position to add another score here. Lion defense will need to come up strong. Started from the 4, looks like they picked up about 3 on that play. 2nd down and goal from the 1 yard line. And the Statesman in for the touchdown. Momentarily will be at 23-10. Delta State will attempt the extra point kick. Nick Herber, their senior place kicker. just under a minute to go in the third quarter. Kick is up and it's good. And with 59.7 seconds, scores 24-7. A little extracurricular activity and a few flags fly. We'll see if it was enough to garner any penalty.
Try was good. After the play, personal foul, unsportsmanlike, unnecessary roughness, 55. Kicking team, 15 yards on the kickoff.
So an unnecessary roughness penalty against Delta State. That'll be penalized on the kickoff, and we'll take a quick break here on the Lion Sports Network.
Did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill's very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies. Education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
I just
Back at Judd and Joellen Ammons Family Athletic Center, Mears Stadium, Sam's Anderson Field, where the Lions hosting the Delta State Statesmen to kick off the 2024 football season. Lions coming off a tie for first place in the Mountain Division last year in the South Atlantic Conference. We'll get into conference play after this one non-conference contest. Next up for the Lions of Lenore Rhine here at Mars Hill, September 21st. After the penalty, Delta State kicking off. Lions fielded on about the 17. And they'll bring it forward to just inside the 40.
Awkward on the return.
24-10, Delta State in the lead.
Making the stop.
54 seconds to go, third quarter of action.
We still have our good friends from Diggy Donuts. Still with some
They'll mark the ball on the 39.
donuts for you here, Zeke. Be sure to stop by and try to get them back. Some future games.
J.R. Morton, the quarterback for the Lions. 6'2" senior's pass tipped by one of the Statesman defenders and out of the reach of his intended receiver, Malik Laurent. Going to bring up second down after the incompletion. 2nd and 10. Call comes in from the line coaching staff on the sidelines. Martin flushed out, he'll take it himself. And he'll step out of bounds after a pickup of 1 or 2 yards on the far side. Good pursuit there by Delta State. Martin able to elude them and make a little something out of nothing. But they'll give him credit for 1 yard before he went out of bounds. Down to 30 seconds in this third quarter of action. Slight difference in the play clock and the actual clock, so Lions will have to run a play. Martin with the Attempted run there and not much doing. Delta State plugged the hole pretty quickly, and I believe the Lions came up with a loss out of that one. As time expires in the third quarter, Delta State 24, Mars Hill 10. Back in a minute with more on the Lions Sports Network.
Move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University.
We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.
Mountain Lion Marching Band pep songs from the stands this evening as we come back to start the fourth quarter of action. Mars Hill against Delta State 24, Lions 10. Mars Hill with the ball from the 36-yard line. Punt attempt does not go well. That came off the side of Hunter Bridges' foot. Landed behind the Mars Hill bench, and Delta State will end up with some pretty good field position out of that. Not a lot of action going on this week in the South Atlantic Conference. Besides our ball game tonight, Carson Newman is at home, non-conference action. They're hosting Reinhardt. Coming up on Saturday, Emory and Henry will be home against Glenville State, and Wingate on the road at UNC Pembroke. So all non-conference action on this first partial week of the football season. Next week, most of the conference teams get into action. All non-conference action. Again, Mars Hill will get a little break until our next game on September 21st when we host Lenore-Rhine. And as Delta State comes out on their first drive of the second quarter, they pick up the first down, or come close to the first down. Looks like they got about 9. 2nd and 1, we'll call it, from the 40-yard line. And they're looking deep. Struggle for the ball. Still not clear who's come down with it. Looks like the Lions have picked it off. So big defensive play. Good time for that for the Lions, as that third quarter was mostly about the Delta State Statesmen. Will be deep, but they will be in possession of the ball. 1st and 10. They'll start it just over 14 minutes to go in the ball game. about the 5-yard line. J.R. Martin standing in his own end zone. Hands the ball off, but whistles. And that should be coming back.
False start. 68. Offense. Half the distance to go. First down.
Lions call for the false start. They'll lose about 2.5 yards. Call it 1st and 12.5. Martin will pass, looking for some breathing room. Tipped by the Statesman defender. Otherwise, we might have been off to the races on that one. As it is, still backed up against the goal line from the 2.5. Leaves Martin several steps back in the end zone when he receives the ball. Again, looking to pass. This one's complete and picked up a couple of yards. Not a lot of gain, but just a little bit of breathing room. Basically got back to the original line of scrimmage, so I'll bring up 3rd and 10. Just under 14 minutes to go in the ball game. Lions trail 24-10 to the Statesmen of Delta State University. Martin's pass down the sideline. Incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Hunter Bridges will attempt to redeem himself after that last short punt. He's right against the back of the end zone, though, as he'll receive the ball for this one. Delta State looks like they're going to send a lot of folks after him. Back off several of them. Again, shanks the punt, and that one is out of bounds around the... Well, I can't exactly tell where it went out of bounds, but it didn't go far. That's going to put Delta State in prime position to start this drive. Looks like they will put it on the 10-yard line. Delta State hands the ball off straight ahead. Kelvin Smith picks up a couple.
Kelvin Smith, the ball carrier. Brown making the stop.
Maybe close to the 5-yard line. They'll spot him on the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Again, handoff again to Smith, and looks like he is in for the touchdown.
Smith, the senior from Columbus, Mississippi, takes it in for a Statesman touchdown.
12:49 to go in the ball game. Delta State puts another 6 on the board. We'll look to add one more to that with the point after attempt. is up and it's good. And that puts Delta State up 31-10, 12:49 to go in the ball game. Back in a minute with more coverage of the Lions Sports Network.
Helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains.
Did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill is very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies, education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina. We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.
Back at Mars Hill University Mears Stadium in the Judd and Joellen Ammons Family Athletics Center. Delta State following the touchdown, preparing to kick it off to the Lions. 12:49 to go, fourth quarter, opening game of the season. Lions will catch the ball but down it in the end zone. Mentioned earlier, both soccer teams in action this weekend on the road if you happen to be in the central South Carolina area. Women's soccer playing at Southern Wesleyan. Afternoon game, men are at Belmont Abbey Saturday evening. A week from today, women's soccer at Young Harris. Those of you in the North Georgia area might want to catch that. 5 o'clock start time for that ball game. Men's soccer home next week, 7:30 here in Mears Stadium as they will host King University from just over the mountain in Tennessee. Non-conference action here tonight against Delta State. Rest of the league is in non-conference play this week and next week. Lions begin conference play the 21st here at home against Lenore-Rhine. And Lions now on this drive will start from their 30-yard line. Quarterback keeper out of bounds after a gain of about 4 on the far side of the field. They'll mark it at about 2 from where he actually went out of bounds. Lions trail 31-10. Delta State coming into this ballgame the 14th ranked team in Division II. Lions get another top 25 team in that next ballgame against Lenore-Rhine. The Bears currently ranked number 11 in the preseason poll. Pass to the near side to Malik Laurent. Unable to complete that. That'll bring up 3rd down, 8 to go. J.R. Martin, the senior quarterback for Mars Hill. Screen pass. And pick up of maybe 1. We'll bring up 4th down and 7. Injured player on the field. Looks like one of the Lion athletic training staff will come out and administer some aid.
Coming up on September the 21st, Southwest Conference action against the Bears with Orion at the 1 p.m. start.
Reminder for your homecoming, October 19th, Lions hosting Tusculum for the football game. Activities start on Thursday with the Lions Growl. Friday will include the Alumni and Friends Golf Tournament, some reunion activities, 50-year classes, or 50-year class rather than 40-year class, several others having reunions this year. Check out the full schedule of reunions on the Mars Hill website, mhu.edu/homecoming. Saturday morning we'll see the Forever Lions 5K, fundraiser for the Health and Human Performance and the Recreation and Sport Management programs. Lots of activities through the morning, performance by the cheerleaders as well as the Bailey Mountain Cloggers, their annual homecoming performance outside the stadium behind Wren College Union. I guess we call that Wren Student Union these days. The Mountain Lion Marching Band. With the alumni band, I believe we will have alumni band with them this year for the halftime performance as well. So lots of activities going on for homecoming. Make your plans for that starting on October 17th, going through the 19th. We'll also have a dedication of the Sunken Garden and the Founders Memorial being moved there with construction of the campus center underway. And a dedication of what we're calling a NASA tree. Keep an eye out for more information on that. A special tree our natural sciences program has added to the campus collection. Big run for the Lions here. We'll get back to action. First down yardage and well into Statesman territory. Official timeout to give the chain gang time to move the sticks, get in position for this next part of the drive. Okay, 11:09 to go. Lions trail 31-10 to Delta State. We're under the lights for the opening game of the 2024 football season. J.R. Martin, the quarterback for Mars Hill. He'll look to pass. Dumps it off. Close to a first down. There is a flag on the play. We'll await the results of that to see what impact it has.
Holding, 53, defense.
Holding call against the Statesman.
From the previous spot, automatic first down.
Lions with the automatic first down out of that. spot straightened out. Looks like it will be on the 29-yard line. First and 10, Mars Hill. 10:30-ish to go in the ball game. Jared Martin steps up. Is tripped up. Almost able to make something out of that, but couldn't quite regain his footing. And he's going to be dropped for about a 6-yard loss.
Second down, Mars Hill from the 35.
Martin again looks to pass, intended for Laurent. And again, play similar to what we had in the first half, where the ball bounced off one player, picked up by another. And this one I am 99.9% sure was not intentional. But we'll take the results nonetheless. Puts the Lions on the 15-yard line. First and 10. Martin looks to pass. Aims for the end zone, and it's complete. With that reception. 6 more for the Lions. Bontici on to attempt the extra point. Actually, Lions will go for 2, and it's picked off. And that backfired on Mars Hill a little bit. As Delta State returns it all the way the other direction. Picked off in the end zone and returned a little over 100 yards.
Return of the extra point was good. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. 0 of the defense. That's his first unsportsmanlike of the game. That penalty will accept on the kickoff.
Delta State picks up the 2 points on that interception return. 33-16 our score now. As you heard the referee say, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Statesman will be enforced on the kickoff. We're under 10 minutes to go in the first game of the season. 9 minutes, 14 seconds to go, fourth quarter from Mears Stadium. Mars Hill hosting Delta State, Division II team of the Gulf South Conference in Mississippi. They are in Mississippi. Ranked number 14 in the country, coming into this in the preseason poll for Division II. At the moment in the Division II polls. Lions make a switch at quarterback. Pass is complete for a first down. Demetrius Boney in at quarterback, junior out of Orlando, Florida, transfer from Florida A&M. He was in on a couple of plays earlier in the game in a running back position. Now in at quarterback, which is his listed position. Scrambling to the near side and just lets the ball go. Looks like there might be a late hit here. I was blocked from seeing exactly what happened, but I did see a yellow flag fly through. He was close to the sideline and could have been hit out of bounds by the two defenders who were pursuing him. Two plays, 2 first downs, one by air, one by penalty, and that moves the Lions into Statesman territory. Ball will be on the 47-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to go, 5:57. Lions trail 40-16. Boney scrambles. Picks up about 7 yards, 6 or 7 yards on that, depending on the spot. Before he ran out of bounds. Second down for Mars Hill.
Second down from the 41.
They'll call it a pickup of 6, 2nd and 4 for Mars Hill. Demetrius Boney looks to pass, scrambles around, hoping for something to develop. Passes up, incomplete, contested by the Statesman defense. Gonna make it 3rd down, Mars Hill. 3rd and 4 from the 41. Clock stopped after that incomplete pass. Now rolling again at 5:15. Little miscommunication there. Incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And I would suspect at this point in the game, Coach Clifton will keep the offense on the field on 4th down. And he does. Boney continues to work from the shotgun. Spun his way out of a tackle or two, but couldn't escape the next one, and that'll turn the ball over to Delta State. Statesmen take over at about the 46-yard line, maybe the 47. 5:04 to go in the ball game, and Delta State up 40-16. Looking to add a few more to their margin. Delta State with a handoff. They also make a switch at quarterback. Jake Lang in, quarterbacking the Statesman now. That handoff straight ahead picked up about 5.
Marvin Palmer, the ball carrier.
Lang again with the handoff. sweeps around the end, gets close to a first down before going out of bounds. Spot looks.
Marlon Palmer, give the ball carrier. The junior from Greenville, Mississippi.
Now it looks like they will give him credit for the first down, so they'll move the chains. First down from the 37-yard line. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Not much happening there. From the Delta State standpoint, Mars Hill and immediately stopped that handoff almost before it happened. Dropped for a loss of 3 yards. 2nd and 13 now for the Statesmen.
The pass is complete to Adam Duncan. He stopped on the play by Brennan Jones. First down yardage, Statesman from the 27.
Reminder for you, the Mars Hill University Athletics website, your place for all the information you need about the Lions, marshilllions.com. Chances are, if you're watching this broadcast, you're somewhat familiar with it. It's where you access live broadcasts of this and other sports through Flow Sports. Also look for live stats, all the information about the players on the team, schedules, and more. There's a fan section there with information that will help the Mars Hill fan learn a little bit more about Lion Athletics. Also the Lions Athletics Club. Opportunity for you to support the University Athletics through the Booster Club. All the information is there, multiple levels of membership available. Loss of 1 on that play. 3rd and 5 now for Delta State as we tick down toward 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 40-16, Statesmen leading at this point. And we'll tick down to the 2-minute warning, and we will take a break and come back in a minute on the Lion Sports Network.
Did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill's very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies. Education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
I just did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill's very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies. Education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
Please agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.
Back to Mears Stadium, 2 minutes to go in the first game of the 2024 season. Lions trailing 40-16 to the Statesmen of Delta State University. New quarterback for the Statesmen, Lang, attempting to make something out of that just before he went out of bounds through an incomplete pass. That'll bring up 4th down. And at this position in the field and this point in the game, I would imagine that Delta State, like the Lions, will keep the offense on the field. And they do. And Lang's pass is complete. And will be good for a first down. Will be placed on the 17 or 18-yard line. Minute 40 to go in the game. And now it looks like Delta State setting up just to take a knee and run the clock out. Lions will get a few weeks to recover from this, get ready for the next ball game, which is back here at home in Mears Stadium, opening up conference play against the Bears of Lenore-Rhine. That's 1 o'clock Saturday game on Saturday, the 21st of September. Then the Lions go on the road for a couple of games back home in October, the 12th against Carson Newman, a 1 o'clock start. Homecoming Saturday is October the 19th against Tusculum, a 2:30 start on that one. Then back on the road, one game before returning to host Emory and Henry for the final home game of the season. 2 games on the road, first competition against Anderson as they start football this year. And finishing up the season at Catawba. 39.7 seconds to go. Third down for Delta State, and they wouldn't be able to run the clock out with the play clock. So we'll see what they'll do here on third. Reminder, women's soccer at Southern Wesleyan this Saturday, an afternoon game. Men's soccer at Belmont Abbey. That's an evening game, 7 o'clock start for that game for the Lions. And a reminder for you, check out mhu.edu/homecoming for all the details on this year's homecoming celebration, October 17th through the 19th. Delta State will complete a pass, and just for fun, they'll add a few more points onto the board as they'll score a touchdown off of that with 31.8 on the clock. So Lang comes in at quarterback late in the game. Makes a couple of completions, including that one, which went for a touchdown. And I apologize for any Delta State fans listening. I did not catch the number on the receiver for that. This point after is good, 47-16. Delta State leading. We'll come back in just a minute on the Lions Sports Network.
Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill.
They'll come back with 31.8 seconds to go in the ball game. Delta State just added a touchdown to bring them to 47. Lions with 16. Wrapping up this first game of the season. Delta State showing why they are a nationally ranked team. Lions, I think, are better than they have shown this evening. Had some flashes of good out of the Lions, but just not able to string together enough of it. We might hear from Coach Clifton after the ball game. Not sure if he will join us following this ball game. Kickoff from Delta State goes out the back of the end zone, and the Lions will come out, start the final drive. We'll see if they attempt to make a play or if they just run the clock out. Not sure what Coach Clifton's thinking is at this stage of the game. On the 25, and it looks like they're setting up in a kneel down formation. And it looks like that will do it. Clock continues to count down to 20. Players on the field shaking hands as we write this one off for the evening. 47-16, Delta State with the victory over Mars Hill in this first game of the 2024 season. And that siren officially means it is over. 47-16. Delta State with a victory. Lions get a few weeks to regroup, come back home for the next game, September 21st. Hope that you'll join us in person if you can. If not, here on Flow Sports on the Lions Sports Network. And we'll take a break, see if we get a visit from Coach Clifton, and possibly be back shortly on the Lions Sports Network.
University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home.
I just did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill's very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies, education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.
I just did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill's very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies, education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my
To do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University.
I just did not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill's very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies. Education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
Education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University, helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains. Mars Hill University. Helping you move your mountain.
Mars Hill University gives me plenty of degrees to choose from.
At MHU, I get the attention I deserve.
MHU keeps me close to home, and there's tons to do in the mountains.
Over 60 courses of study, small class settings, a breathtaking campus. These are just a few examples of how MHU can help you start moving your mountain. Visit us today at mhu.edu. Mars Hill University, education that moves mountains.
Not have a lot of stability.
I was facing foreclosure.
Not working at all, didn't have any money.
I could not go to school and work, so I found Mars Hill.
The experience here has been so wonderful.
It's been amazing.
I was able to have the full-time hours without the full-time load.
They are just incredibly supportive.
And Mars Hill's very affordable.
Mars Hill University Adult and Graduate Studies. Education that moves mountains.
I will be the first in my family to graduate with my bachelor's degree.
We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina. We don't always agree who to pull for on game day, but we all can agree that litter is bad for North Carolina.